Former US Ambassador Melvyn Levitsky joins me from Michigan. He's currently a Professor of International Policy and Practice at the University of Michigan. Thank you for your time. Now, the NATO summit is over now after 2 big days. What are the big takeaways from the summit?
Well, I think for one thing, the resolve of NATO to help Ukraine, but it's very tricky because there are some lines that it will not want to pass to trigger a larger war. So there is this resolve, but it's not quite clear how far NATO will go, or how. If I think of the United States, how far the United States will go in this regard. There is no, in a way, the Russians are in the kind of driver's seat because they are the ones that have attacked another country and obviously have broken international law. But since they've broken international law, you can't take them to a court that will say get out, and then they will do it. So it's a question of, it's a kind of not exactly a game, but it's one of those situations where it's who blinks first. Russia is getting a bad reputation from this. Looks like a pariah state. Do they want to continue that? With blockades on certain items that they want to buy. It's obviously going to affect their economy. It may even affect their leadership structure. So there are a lot of issues that are at quite a high level at play here.
Yeah, definitely. So NATO pledged more support there for Georgia, Moldova and Romania. They're neighbours of Ukraine or Russia, and they're vulnerable, they're shaken by the effects of the war. So has NATO committed enough to them?
Well, no, I think NATO will have to see what the result is, and again, this depends on the Russian decision on how far they're going to go. Obviously, they're in a bad position now. They thought they would win this shooting war in just a few weeks. It hasn't happened. The resolve of the Ukrainians has been very strong. They've been aided by assistance from the outside without an active intervention. So I think it's kind of up in the air now in terms of what decisions the Russians are going to make and how, in a way, they can save face. There are, I think, some elements that would require and probably be positive in the sense of bringing about a settlement through negotiation, but we're not there yet.
Okay, so can we just turn to expansion for a moment? Sweden and Finland do look to be like they will be the next NATO members. Was there any ground gained on that front at the summit?
Well, yes, I think ground was gained in terms of two other countries that are important and are on the periphery of what seems to be a big dispute right now. Now, as you know, there's some dispute within NATO members, particularly Turkey, with regard to their entrance. And so this is going to have to be a subject of further discussion. In terms of, again, NATO is a powerful alliance, but each state is also an independent state and making its own decisions. An attack on one is an attack on all. Countries have to consider that because that means that they have put their own security and their own forces on the line if another country is attacked. That brings some complications regarding two more countries coming in. Okay. And two more countries that, in fact, one member, Turkey, has some issues with regard to their political positions.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time. That's Melvyn Levitsky, former US Ambassador.